everyone. Welcome to week 1 of English 111. I'm your instructor, Mrs. LT, and just a quick little video here to explain what you need to do to get started in the course and then complete everything for week 1. So now that you're here on the course page and you're watching this video in the week 1 announcement, the next thing you're going to want to do is go up to the toolbar on the top and click on content, and that will take you into the content for our course where all the action happens. You're going to see a lot of things down the left hand side of your screen, starting with the tab that says Getting Started, and then week 1 module, week 2 module, week 3 module, and so on and so forth. You might be tempted to jump straight into week 1, but I highly suggest that you start in the Getting Started tab. When you click on the Getting Started tab, you'll see a number of sub-tabs appear below it. There's one that's like basically like a course overview, just a little summary of what this course is all about. There's one that's Meet Your Instructor. Has a little bit about me as well as my contact information, including my personal cell phone number, which I give to students in case you need to reach me right away about something rather important. There is also a sub-tab called How to Find Your Way Around. That sub-tab is super important. There is a video in that sub-tab where I show you how to, sort of approach the class, how to go through the material each week, where to find things. If you watch that video, it will make such a big difference in how much easier it is to complete everything you need to do each week. Now, it's not going to make the work itself easier necessarily, but it's going to help you feel confident in where you need to go each week. The next sub-tab under that is on attendance and weekly deadlines. There's a video in that sub-tab as well that explains how attendance works and how our deadlines work. And then there's also some written information that you'll want to take a look at as well. There is a sub-tab for the syllabus under Getting Started. And there's also a sub-tab on how to use Google Docs, because some of the assignments in this course require you to submit your work in a formal, like, word processing file. Most of the time students will be using Microsoft Word for that, but if you don't happen to have access to Microsoft Word, then we need to have an alternative way for you to submit those important items. Google Docs is a free, fairly easy way to do that. So I've provided some YouTube videos that explain how to create a Google account if you don't have a Gmail account, if you don't have one already, how to use Google Docs, how to take a Word document and convert it to a Google Doc, how to take your Google Doc and convert it to a Word document. So really important information in that sub-tab if you do not have Microsoft Word. Once you have looked through the information in that Getting Started section, then you can sort of move into week 1. Now, the one thing that you might want to do before you do the Getting Started section is you might want to go to the quiz area or go to the week 1 module and take the week 1 attendance quiz. Because in that How to Find Your Way Around video, I show you the module for week 1. And if you want to follow along and kind of look at it yourself, you're going to need to take the week 1 attendance quiz first. But certainly, that's not necessary. It's not mandatory as you're watching the How to Find Your Way Around video. But once you're ready to get started on the lessons in week 1, then you have to take the week 1 attendance quiz. Because when you click on week 1 module, the only thing you'll see at first is the week 1 attendance quiz. You do not get access to the lessons or homework assignments for each week until you take that week's attendance quiz. Once you take week 1 attendance quiz, then you're going to see all of the lessons appear and the final lesson in that module will contain all the homework assignments for the week. So once you take that quiz, there'll be a lesson on a syllabus review where I will go over the highlights of the course syllabus with you. There will be a small lesson that explains how our weekly journals work. Then there are a few other lessons about APA format. There's a lesson on APA format basics where you're going to see a video of me. It's basically a Zoom meeting that I've recorded where I go through a PowerPoint and a handout with you that explains just the basics of what APA format is all about. The next one is on using sources and avoiding plagiarism. Again, there'll be a video where I go through a PowerPoint with you. I also include links to the PowerPoints and handouts underneath the video so that you can actually download those yourself if you want, instead of only being able to see them in the video. But you'll see them in the video because I'll share the screen in the Zoom meeting and you'll see me going through them. Those two lessons on APA format basics and using sources and avoiding plagiarism, those are required lessons for week 1. The next 2 lessons are optional. I have a lesson on how to do reference entries for your references page, and I have an optional lesson on how to create citations. We don't do research papers in English 111. I simply give you an overview of APA format and how to avoid plagiarism, and there is a small assignment that goes along with those 2 lessons this week. But I wanted to at least provide you with the information on how to create reference entries and how to create citations. So if that is something that you really want to know about, those 2 optional lessons are there for you. You don't have to go through them this week. You can come back at any point during the term and look at them. They might help you with other classes. But the only 2 that you really need to have for my class this week is APA format basics and using sources and avoiding plagiarism. Once you get through the lessons, the last item in the week 1 module are the week 1 homework assignments. There's a syllabus acknowledgement assignment where you just let me know that you have looked over the syllabus and watched the video. There is, you're supposed to review chapters 26 and 29. Again, it's a review. Just glance over those chapters. You do not have to read them thoroughly. Then there's Journal 1, right? There'll be a video in the assignment instructions that explains how to do that journal, and it's due Sunday night at 11:59. The next assignment is Week 1 Assignment 1 on APA and plagiarism. That goes with the first 2 lessons in the Week 1 module. It's just answering questions. You're not actually doing anything in APA format for that assignment. You're just answering questions based on the information I provided in the lessons that, from week 1. And just the first 2 lessons. All right? There'll be a video in the instructions that explains what you need to do for that assignment, and then it's due Sunday at 11:59. And then there's the week 1 discussion. There's a video in the instructions that explains what you need to do for the discussion. Try to have your first post up by Thursday night, and then don't forget to respond to 2 classmates before the discussion closes Sunday at 11:59. And remember, the discussions, once they close on Sunday night, you will no longer have access to them. So while I can accept other homework assignments late if needed, the discussion, that's a no deal. You have to complete those on time each week, so don't forget about them. Okay? All right, I know that was a lot to take in. But again, if you go through the getting started section first, especially how to find your way around and attendance and weekly deadlines, then it makes all of this a little easier, and then you can go through week 1 at your leisure throughout the week. Just keep in mind that everything's due by Sunday night. If you have any questions at all, please reach out to me. I am here. I try to provide as many videos and information in the course as I can, but sometimes it takes actually talking to me on the phone or sending me a text, to kind of clarify things. I'm fine with that. I get it. All right, but try to use the information that's already provided for you first. See if that helps. But just know that I'm here. If you have any questions, run into any problems at all, please reach out to me. Otherwise, you are free to go ahead and get started.